From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
What's up? 18. What's up?
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We'll take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And for this squad.
You got to wonder, in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late season push when we have everyone back? It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
Swap, another swap. Robin. White Tony.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Eagles need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Here we go.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. Now let's up this and run. And he will get in to make it 8-0. They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive, put in the end zone. Why not go for 2? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Mayfield now. That's Clay. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead or try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll send Adams in motion left. Mayfield. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
180!
Corum now on 1st and 10. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. To throw, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play...
And caught up! And it's picked up by the Eagles. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is in to make it 16-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And some space here. Touchdown, Allen. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, no, they got the touchdown. It's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Stroud.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
18, what's that?
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The Eagles at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First down. 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's 2nd and 10.
All right.
Stroud to throw it.
Wide open receiver complete.
14 yards on the play.
Here goes Stroud again. And this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
It looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Up the middle, here's Corum. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. Pass complete there to Nakua. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Mayfield now from the 50. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second and 7. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
From the gun, a give to Corum. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Mayfield to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This is caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked out by Andrew McCulga.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Stroud.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And they turn the pick-6 into a pick-8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll tuck. Now Mayfield lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Back to throw here.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Mayfield now. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
Puka Nacua
From 8 yards out.
And the Rams are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken...
Hill diving, and he's got it. Full extension. What a catch. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Returning it, Tutu Atwell. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First and 10.
Now Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And it's complete to Adams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 43. They run straight ahead with Corum. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Mayfield. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw now on first down. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Mayfield looks to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And that's a hard-earned yard there as he takes a pretty good jolt at the end of that one.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And again, it's Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Blake Corum, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
22.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Stroud sets up the play action. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
38. Rams, 22.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Adams, the man in motion left. From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Mayfield and the troops staying out and going for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing, Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mayfield. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over. And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Mayfield to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Rams on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Defense shows blitz. Mayfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Corum. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They run once more with Corum. And he's going to take this close to the first down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 23. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Well, they'll send Adams in motion left. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
That's good for Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 15.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
38. Rams 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
11. Hey, uno more.
Now Stroud. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's caught inside the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Hey, south.
Here goes Stroud again. Oh, he's got Ibuka. That's complete. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
15 more yards. First down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10.
Oh, hey. 18. That's it.
Stroud. Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to put the lead up to 3 scores.
46.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate. It was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That's quickly to Atwell on a slant. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mayfield. Short throw, it's Higbee. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mayfield now. He'll find a man over the middle. 2-2 Atwell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 2-2 Atwell. 28 yards. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence that they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Here's Baker. And the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Wide jump. Here we go. 19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. So now again, the Eagles will go for 2.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And his throw here is incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
20!
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Blake Corum with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And that's caught at the 2.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Look the hot. Oh, right.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll let this go deep for Collins. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They geared up and took a deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, right. 18. What's that?
Play action. Here's Stroud. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now you got to face it.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
18. What's that?
Stroud working out of the gun.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield.
Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Still going. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Here we go. Let's go. 18. What's that?
To throw is Stroud.
And he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Stroud. And he caught by Hill.
Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Charles. So not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Philadelphia, It's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. Joke with my wife because it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps heading